What's up guys, it's JoeSTi here, and this is going to be kind of a garage update video. I haven't had a chance to get a lot of videos. I've been super busy at work, and the weather has been absolutely terrible. I don't know if you guys can see out here, but it's been raining for like freaking a week and a half, so I haven't had a chance to get any videos, but I'm going to do a garage update video. So this is going to be kind of a showing you guys what's going on in the garage, what's happening with the bikes. This is the MT10. Did a couple mods to that bike. The Ninja H2 Carbon Edition has been in this situation for a little while now. I'll explain that. But what I'm really going to get into right now is the 300 horsepower 2016 H2. This one, I'm going to do a full rundown on what's going on this bike and what mods are on this bike. So I'm going to go over everything I have done to this thing and show you guys exactly what I've done to make this thing 300 wheel horsepower, what I've done to make it work so well, and all the mods that I've done to make it work very well in the half mile and the roll racing scene. So before all that, I'm gonna give you guys a quick rundown on this guy. This is the 2019 Ninja H2 Carbon. This bike is 100% stock. As you can see, it is completely tore apart. Sorry if the light is a little off in here. It's getting dark out, so I'm just relying on my garage lights. But yeah, that's pretty much what I had to do to get the ECU out. The ECU is right here in the bike, so the whole front end of the bike has been tore off of this thing just to get the ECU out so I could send that out to be flashed. Next step up is the Brox exhaust. So I've had a Brox Pentacarbon on order for probably 6 weeks now, and I'm still waiting on that. I need to get rid of this exhaust. I sent the ECU out to Two Wheel Dyno Works, and they are going to be doing the flashing on it. I'll be getting that back within, I'd say, another 3 to 4 days. So I really need an exhaust to put on this thing. I also ordered a Sprint P08 filter for this bike. So this thing should be pretty nasty by the time it's done. I would think right around 240 horsepower, but I really need the exhaust to finish that up, so I can't ride that bike until I get that. One other bike I have in here, I just got this thing. This thing has been so much fun to ride. This is a Vitalin, I don't know how to say the name, but this thing has been a ton of fun. This is an e-bike. This thing does like 32 miles per hour on flatland. I've had it up to like 38 going downhill, but that thing's super fun. I'm gonna do a review on that, so you guys stick around for that. I'll show you all that stuff. More on that coming later though. The MT10, so this thing I did a few mods to. I'm waiting on a few more. I did the Tech Spec X-Line tank grips on that. Super grippy. I love this material on it. Very grippy. This is the old snakeskin stuff that they always give you for the center, but I had this on the R1. It made it super easy to lean way off the bike and still have a ton of grip on it for track days or hard cornering, whatever you wanted to do. I did the titanium R1 header on this. I don't know if you guys can see the coloring already, but I've only put like maybe 5 miles, like legit 5 miles on that, and it's already coloring out phenomenally. I'm waiting on, I ordered a full Austin Racing 3/4 system, so it's gonna be the belly exit, so it's gonna come out right here. It's gonna be extremely loud, perfect sound. I love Austin Racing stuff. I never got to order one for any of my MT10s. This is actually my third FZ MT10, whatever you want to call it, and I'm super stoked on that. I've got more mods coming. I did a custom little fender eliminator back there, Blaster X taillight, so integrated taillight. Let me show you guys that real quick. So you hit the brake light, super bright, turn signals, all integrated into one. Super cool, love that. I'm gonna get rid of these front signals as well. But enough on these bikes. Let's get on to the Ninja H2, the 2016 Ninja H2. So this one is basically about as modded as you can get. I mean, you can do a few more things to this bike, like CMP cams, you know, a little more port work, race gas, but as far as pump gas goes, this is about as modded as you can get. So here is Moto Composites front end, all carbon fiber. I need to get the emblem for that, but who really cares? I mean, at this point, the bike looks so sick. Brock's mirror block-off plates, those really help with aero. It really sucks not having mirrors on it, but I think I'm gonna do some kind of bar end mirrors because I do have bar end mirrors coming for the, well, I've got bar end mirrors. I'm waiting on the bar ends for it because I got these Moto Gadgets, super high quality. These things are like, I wanna say it was like $250 for those mirrors. This is all the stuff I'm waiting to install in the empty tent or FZ10. And I've got more stuff coming. That's a 520 conversion over there, anti-gravity battery, Moto Gadget mirrors, but I ordered the wrong Rhino Moto bar ends for that bike, so I'm waiting on new ones on that. But I'm gonna do Rhino Moto bar ends on this bike, and I'm also gonna do bar end mirrors on it. So, bar end mirrors on that. The side panels are also all carbon fiber. That's all Moto Composites as well. I've been pretty happy with their products. The only thing I'm not super happy about is it's gonna be really hard to pick this up in video, but it's a little bit hazy on the sides. I don't know why, but it's just like the clear coat or the resin over top of the carbon fiber, a little bit hazy on the sides, and it's not on the center. I don't know why, but I'm not super happy about that. Other than that, they have been pretty freaking good for the price. Windscreen, this is a Puig windscreen. 10 out of 10, would recommend. This was on the bike when I got it actually. Super stoked on that. It works very, very well. I really like that windscreen. So probably my top pick for a windscreen. My brake lever guard is not on here. If you want to call it a guard, it's just like a little carbon fiber piece. I take it off when I put it in the trailer because I have to strap it down. But it's a little carbon fiber guard, looks cool, would do absolutely nothing if I wrecked. It would actually probably just break immediately. This is a full Van Diemen, oh yeah, full titanium. I've got a plug coming for that so I can get rid of the little O2 for the plug, but look at the coloration on this thing. And this is the brushed version, so it's not even the polished version. But it gets so much coloration, and that's why I actually ordered R1 titanium header for that, and then I sanded it down to get the brushed look on it like this has. But I think it actually turned out really, really well on that bike, and it's gonna really colorate even more than this. Which I actually may pull the exhaust on this and sand it all down and finish it out like that so that it colors even more, because these exhausts get so hot that coloration is going to happen a ton on this bike. So this is the rear brake reservoir, if you want to call it that. This was on this bike when I got it, and I just haven't gotten around to getting rid of it really and putting the stock reservoir back on because I don't have a rear brake functioning on this bike. I have a rear brake, it's right there, but it doesn't function because I never got around to bleeding the brakes properly. I couldn't get this to bleed properly. So I'm gonna get rid of this and put a proper OEM style rear brake reservoir on this bike. This is what makes me hooked, guys. This is the Adams arm with the ZX14 wheel combo. So this is a ZX14 wheel, ZX14 brake caliper, one bolt for the brake caliper because it's faster. No, actually it backed out at the H2 owner's meet. So I'm getting a new bolt for that. If you can see right there, yeah, she gone. But I'm gonna get that powder coated, I'm gonna get the wheel powder coated. I'm honestly kind of a fan of the gold wheel, even though the front is not gold. Kind of a fan on the gold on the back. It looks kind of cool with the setup. But either way, I'm gonna powder coat that and the brake caliper, get new bolts and everything, clean it up back there a little bit, make it look a little better. Currently, I'm running a Drag Max on the back, so this works really, really well for hooking. This tire dead hooks first gear, but it kills mile per hour up top. I also have my Q4 here and half of my Ninja H2 carbon up here. Yeah, so I've got those on backup, just in case. So Q4 actually does help a lot for mile per hour. Getting this thing and getting it aired up is a much better half-mile tire. This is a much better street race tire if you aren't going a full half mile. It kills mile per hour up top. Either way, both great tires for what they're intended for. Over here on this side of the bike, we have this entire gold EK chain. Super nice. Good job on the gold EK chain. That looks amazing. Vortex sprockets. This is currently on 1941, so we're +1 in the front and we are down 3 in the back. So it's geared for like 215 to 220-ish. I trapped 208 on this setup on the half mile, around like 12,500 RPM is what I went through the gate at. So I'm not exactly sure what it'll trap top speed with me on it, but I can rev it out to 14,500. So there's still a little bit of leeway there. I've got tons and tons and tons of gearing. I've got anywhere from a 40 tooth up to 44, so I can do anything in between there. I may even get a 39, I don't know. I'm just gonna basically do more testing. So far, I have not draggy tested this, but this gearing feels like it's been the fastest on the street. It went a 2.79 60 to 130 on 1944 from second gear with the Q4. So I have to test it with the drag max, which I assume it's leaving way harder. It feels like it is. I wouldn't doubt it's doing like a 2.5 to 2.6. Maybe a 2.6 to 2.7. I'm getting a little optimistic, but either way, it is leaving way harder than it was on the Q4. I know for a fact it is. Other small mods. So this is my PMR kill switch that will shut the bike off in the event that I become disconnected from the bike and don't want it to continue to keep going, which nobody ever does. If I remember to put it on, half the time at events I'm very, very distracted and forget to put that on. But PMR kill switch, good stuff. Would definitely help if I became disconnected from the bike. Other mods that you cannot see. There is a JagerWorks intercooler in there. There is H2R cams in there. There is stage 3 supercharger gears in there. And yeah, that's the stuff that actually makes it fast AF, if you know what I mean. So that stuff really makes it around 300 wheel horsepower. The carbon fiber helps a lot by making it look sick. I mean, you look good, you ride good, you know what I mean. I think that's pretty much a general rundown of this bike. The Turbo Busa is still out being built. It's taking forever. These are the other bikes I have currently. Still waiting on stuff on that. I really want to get on that. I literally have barely ridden this bike. I think I've ridden it one time before I tore it apart, which is sickening, spending almost 30 grand on a bike and then not riding it. This bike, I'm absolutely in love with. Like when I walk out of the garage, I want to ride this bike. It's so much fun. It's a hooligan bike. It does wheelies really well. It's super comfortable. I could definitely log a couple days in a row on that bike where I could not do that with these bikes. No chance. Like I did 6 hours, maybe not even 6 hours on this bike in Atlanta, and that killed me. That killed my back. My back is not very good, so riding these bikes for long periods of time is no bueno for me, but it's still the only way to go really, really fast until I get the Busa, so I'm just gonna put up with it. But that bike's super fun. I may add another naked bike. I don't know, I'm really, really looking at the new Tuono. I like the Tuono a lot. As you guys know, I had a Tuono, but the new one, I really like that bike. I may get a new Tuono later on down the road. We'll have to see when they're actually hitting the market. This bike, the fastest one in the fleet, 32 miles an hour. Trapped it the other day in the 1767 meter dash, if you know what I mean, a full electric. I actually, guys, it's kind of embarrassing to say, but I've already looped this bike. I looped it the other day doing wheelies. Wasn't quite accustomed to how the power comes on this thing, and I was doing wheelies, being an idiot, and I looped the crap out of this thing. Like, look at this back here. Yeah, all these scrapes, that's from me flipping it, and also scrapes my arm because I'm an idiot. But either way, guys, that's a garage update. Let me know what you think of the mods on the H2, and the MT10's getting fully built. I'm gonna have a video up on that soon. I'm gonna get some more riding videos on that and more riding videos on that very, very soon. The battle with me and 650 Ebe is happening very soon as well. I've been in the talks with him on that. So that's happening probably within the next week or two. So keep an eye out for that. If you've watched the video this long, there you go. There's your little snippet of information that's coming that most other people don't know. But either way, as always, guys, like and subscribe. Thanks for watching. Until next time.